want everyone to be nice and tight here. I want everyone to hear this and be a part of it. Well, aloha everyone and welcome to Maui. One absolutely beautiful place for us to gather. It's a unique privilege sharing in one of the greatest gifts to humankind. The celebration of love between two people. Here in Hawaii, we exchange flower leis, symbolizing our love and open hearts for one another. You are now continuing to weave and combine your lives, just as the flowers of the lei are intertwined and joined. Now, the beautiful blossoms of the lei only last a few days. This is to remind you to take your marriage one day at a time. For life, like these flowers, is precious and fragile. Let each day of your marriage and your lives be filled with the beauty and the grace of these flower leis. Now in Hawaii, we have the wonderful tradition of presenting someone with a lei, and when doing so, you get to give them a kiss on each cheek. So what I'm going to do is, John, I'm going to go first. Nice lei. You're going to place it so it's halfway in the front and halfway in the back. You're going to kiss on each cheek.
That's a special it's a sweet love.
Something we hear very often here in Hawaii is the word aloha. And aloha means hello and goodbye. But there's a deeper meaning to the word aloha. Aloha also means to show compassion, kindness, and affection for one another. So it's appropriate to begin your ceremony with the spirit of aloha, the spirit of love. And this aloha has been growing all the time that you two have been together. And today, you're promising the rest of your lives together. The Hawaiians have a special word for a deep, long-lasting love like yours. It is hoa aloha, which means my beloved friend. Hoa aloha. At this point in time, I'm going to ask if Wayne can honor us with a Hawaiian blessing.
E kia kua, o nauna I ka hale me ka lehua, e hale lehua no ia nā ka noue. O ka no ia, e aluhine, e hale me o io ka hiki mai, a hiki mai no olua. Ahiki puno me ki aloha, aloha e hie hie hie, aloha e hie hie hie, aloha e hie 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 hie. Greetings to you both. Greetings to you all. Welcome to Maui. Aloha.
John and Mai, on this beautiful day of your marriage vows, commit yourselves fully and freely to each other without reservation. The two of you have come here today to make a commitment that from this day forward, you will continue to walk together. Marriage is a gift from God, the gift of human love, given so a couple can know each other with mutual care and companionship. Marriage is a promise of this love. Marriage is a commitment to life, to the best that two people can find and bring out of each other. It offers opportunities for sharing and growth that no other human relationship can equal. A physical and an emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. The power of love is that although your hearts become one, neither of you are diminished, but you are fulfilled and discovered in ways that you would have never known apart from one another. I think what that means is, John, as great of a guy as you were before meeting Mai, and Mai, as beautiful of a human as you were before meeting John, that by falling in love and becoming best friends, you two have made each other better individuals, too. At this point in time, I'm going to ask that you face each other and look into each other's eyes, so you don't have to look into the sun anymore. As you continue on your journey together, I ask you to remember these things. Remember that true friendship is the basis for any lasting relationship. Give your spouse the same kindnesses and courtesies that you show your friends. Learn the wisdom of compromise, for it's better to bend than to break. Confide in your partner and ask for help when you need it, and say I love you often. As you look into each other's eyes, I remind you that marriage is a precious gift, a lifelong dedication to love one another more fully and more freely. Do you, John, take Mai as your beloved wife? Do you promise to be a tender and faithful husband? Will you love and cherish her in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, and keep yourself only onto her? If so, say I do.
I do.
Yay!
Loud, I do. I love it. Do you, Mai, take John as your beloved husband? Do you promise to be a tender and faithful wife? Will you love and cherish him in sickness and in health, for richer, for poor, for better, for worse, and keep yourself only onto him? If so, say I do.
I do.
Aww.
And then, do we have a ring bearer? When it comes to rings in the sand, we work as a team here. These rings are a symbol of the love and the commitment that you're making right now today. They're ancient symbols. They're circles. There's no beginning, no end. Like your love, it's infinite. And with that, there's no limit to what you can create with your love. From now on, when you see these rings on your fingers, and you feel these rings on your fingers, I want you to think back to when you first fell in love, to the first time that you looked into each other's eyes, and you thought to yourself, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. I want you to remember that love because it's beautiful. And I want you to remember what you're feeling right now today. You're on a beautiful beach in Hawaii. I bet there's a turtle nearby. You have your family here. You're wearing flower lace, your bare feet in the sand, and you're about to get Maui. Remember this love because it's beautiful and it's going to grow to levels that you can't imagine yet. When I'm blessing your rings, I'm going to ask that the love of God enters your rings. And may the love of your ancestors and everybody who loves you be present in your rings and in your heart and in your marriage. So what I'm going to do is, John, I'm going to go first. All right, Grandma, you can hand your flowers here. I'm going to have you place the ring partly on my finger. And repeat after me, please. With this ring, I promise to grow with you. To build our love. To speak openly and honestly. To listen to you. To love and cherish you. For all our days ahead. From this day forward, you shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter. And my arms will be your home. You place the ring on her finger. And repeat after me. John, with this ring, I promise to grow with you. To build our love. To speak openly and honestly. To listen to you. To love and cherish you. For all our days ahead. From this day forward. You shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter. And my arms will be your home. You may place the ring on his finger. Beautiful, you two. There's a little ceremony I'd like to do right now that represents what we're doing here today. It's the sand ceremony, and it's similar to that of the unity candle, in that it represents you both have a unique individual path, full of experiences that made you who you are and have led you to where you're standing right now today. And today, we're joining your path. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to each hold open a hand, and I'm going to pour some sand into both of your hands representing your path. I'm going to join your path back into the bottom today.
Turning the waterworks on.
I'm having a little problem.
Yeah, for him it's a little warm, that's why.
That's the problem.
A little tight.
Don't worry if you miss. We have extra sand. Fresh off your hand. to ask that you two face each other and look into each other's eyes and see the love that's there. This one who you love so much, who you're committing to today. May you have the courage to feel this love and to express it as openly as you possibly can. May you keep forgiveness in your hearts for yourself and for each other. May your love and respect for each other grow. And may you have fun and fully enjoy the miracle of life and the glory of marriage. John and Mai, you've declared your vows in the presence of us gathered here. With the powers vested in me by God and the state of Hawaii, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may seal your love with a big aloha kiss. And a first dance. This would be good.
Yeah.
Nice moves.
I wonder if they're allowed to leave this circle.
Sorry, long ending.
My mom had some gift for me. It's from my grandmother who passed away last year.
Aww.
when you want to hop in for a photo with them.
I'll hold it, all right.
I'm going to have to take one step backwards, Dad. Everyone's looking at me. We're going to hold that ukulele just a little bit lower. 1, 2, and again, 1, 2, and. Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome Mr. and Mrs.
Mullins. Yay!